Hey, yo, what's going on right now? You're watching Casino is the Name, and in this video, we're going to talk about none other than the Passport Bros. Now, why we're going to talk about the Passport Bros? Well, there's still a lot of discussion in my, I guess, regular life about Passport Bros, and I just find it interesting that so many people are interested in what these guys are doing. Now, if you don't know what a passport bro is, that's pretty much guys who travel abroad and seek out companionship from women who are not from America because they believe it is easier to either get women from over there as far as like talk to them and they're less expensive, I guess, or more traditional, I guess, whatever they consider traditional by being like a housewife or whatever than the American women. So they are guys who pretty much travel abroad into these other countries, and they find that they enjoy the company of those women better than the company of women in America because they don't like how, I guess, many requirements women here maybe place on them, or how what they think of as traditional, how non-traditional women here are in Western society or in America. Now, I uh, I was having a conversation with a family member, and she considers guys who go overseas to get women to pick up women lame. I know, just lame. She thinks they're lame. She thinks they're weak. And by her statements, she probably would be the exact type of woman that these guys are going to avoid, right? She sees that guys who do this are weak because they have a couple dollars and they don't have no real money for over here, but their money over there goes a lot further, and they can get women basically because women see them as a come up. They see them as a come up. And the requirements that women here may place on these guys, they may not either are able to live up to it, or they just find it more difficult to deal with because there is a bigger requirement for you to be more of, I guess, quote unquote, a man or whatever, or to have more money, or, you know. And so I find it kind of like hearing her say this, right? Kind of made it like where it made sense as to what these guys are saying. Now, me personally, hold on, let me show you something. Me, I got two of these is old passports, and I got a new passport. But I've been doing this for a minute, right? I've been traveling for a long time, been to 11 countries, and I was military, Air Force, and so I'm not really thinking about guys going overseas to holler at chicks. Even though I hear it, right, and I know guys who are doing it. I know some people over there right now, but it's still not such a big deal. I lived in Germany, right? I lived in Europe, and I've been to Japan, Korea, and I've been around, okay? And so I do know guys who go to the Philippines, and guys who go to Dominican Republic, and guys who go to these other places, and they come back like, yo, I'm telling you, you gotta go over there because it's different. It's different. These chicks, that's not Hollywood. They cool. And so their perspective and the things that I hear about it is pretty much, you would think good things about it, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that most of the guys I know over here are trying to go over there and find a wife or find a woman. They just like if you was in Atlanta and if I was in Atlanta and you were in I don't know, in Kansas somewhere, and I'm saying, yo, they got some bad chicks in Atlanta. I'm telling you, they cool. You need to get over there. It's no real difference to me from what they're saying, okay? But hearing her say this, it made me wonder, right? Okay, so like, let me just play devil's advocate. All right, so guys go over there because maybe they got a regular salary of $40,000 a year, Over here, $40,000 a year, it's not necessarily a lot of money it's just not a lot of money over here. But you go over there, $40,000 can be like king money. You know, you might have a servant over in some of these places if you make $40,000 a year. So the money goes further. It's easier to impress a female because you got $50. $50 might be like crazy money in some of these places. Like, oh, we going out all week off of $50. That's how some of these places are. When over here you might spend $200-300 on a night, and a female still look down on your money, like, you ain't even spent $500 on me tonight. I'm just saying, trust me, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here. But for a man to go, or a person to go, let's say man or woman, whatever, but let's say a person to go to an area where their money is stronger, right? Does that make them lame? Because in the same reverse fashion, if I was somebody who had $20 million, right? And I go and I'm in America. And so the average person doesn't see anything close to that. The average person will never see 1% of $1 billion, which is $10 million. Okay, Jay-Z line, 1% of $1 billion, which is 10 million. The average person will never see $10 million. So if you got $20 million and this woman, maybe she makes $50,000-$60,000 a year, and you can take her on nice lavish trips and buy her nice gifts and all of those things. We know that money kind of motivates people's interests, And so if you have enough money, then you can treat America the same way these passport bros are treating these other countries. It doesn't really change much, even just being here. Like, you can still find women who would be attracted to your money or to you because you have money or influence or houses, cars, whatever, just because you have enough money, even here. It's just that it's less money in those environments. And then let's say you got $20 million, but you're hanging out in an area where it's a bunch of guys with $20 million or $50 million, $100 million. Like, maybe you are in an area and you're surrounded by NBA players and other type of star athletes and actresses, like Los Angeles. Maybe you have to go. Well, let's say like Hollywood. I don't even really know what Hollywood is like. I haven't been to Hollywood, but I'm just saying, like, if there's an area with a higher concentration of money, maybe you need to go to Sacramento or another area, and then your $20 million look like crazy money. But in other areas, it's not so crazy because her last two boyfriends had $50 million, and you had 20 is kind of a downgrade for her or for the average girl in the area. So it's all perspective. It's all in perspective. And I just think that the passport bros are maybe getting a bad rap because they're looked at as like preying on third world country women. I think that's the idea behind it. But when I see a multi-million-dollar football player in a small country town talking to girls in that area, he might be from there or whatever. But he signed a deal for $40 million, and it's been broadcasted on the news, and he pulls up in a Lamborghini, and he's in a small country town in South Miami, not South Miami, but South Florida somewhere, or because not saying Miami, but like it might be an area around Miami, or it might be in South Georgia, or it might be in Alabama somewhere, or Tennessee somewhere, in a small town with like maybe 10,000 people, and he's in a Lamborghini, and those women in that area, would be probably responding the same way that women are going to respond to a guy in the Dominican Republic or the Philippines or wherever. I don't know all of these different locations, but probably going to be not too much different. I mean, I'm sure the Lamborghini in the small town with broadcasting, oh, he got $40 million deal. I'm sure that goes further than even the guy with the 40,000 walking down the street. So I'm just trying to see like if that really matters to people once we put that different kind of context out there. I don't know. Anyway, right now you're watching Casino is a Name. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And, passport. You know what I'm saying? Get your passport. Ladies and gentlemen, get your passports. Just, travel somewhere. Anyway, right now you're watching Casino is a Name. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we out. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. It's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is a Name.